Hey, it's Mopar Keith, and we are here at the 2025 Muscle Car and Corvette Nationals, or commonly known as MCACN, and we are here with DJ in his 1970 Challenger TA. Well, let's start off with how you found the car, or maybe how the car found you.
Well, so I've known of the car since the early 90s. The woman that bought it brand new was within a 30-mile radius of me. So because we were all into cars, it's kind of a community. We all kind of know of each other, may not have been close, but at least had contact. So I've got pictures of the car from local car shows from 92, 1993.
Oh, wow.
And the funny part of it is the car has a twin identical to it just 30 miles away. And that car is only 2 digits off in VIN. And one of my buddies from high school's dad has that car. So again, both cars sold new at the same dealer. We all kind of know of each other. And then when I got my AR CUDA in '01, we all kind of got a little tighter.
Sure.
So we just always stayed in contact, and then with social media, everybody is even better in contact because you may not have a phone number, but now you can message or post or whatever.
Right. So this car, it was driven for some time, so it's got 70,000 miles on it.
Yes.
So the car was absolutely driven, and you would see it on the street ever, or just at car shows?
At car shows mostly. She, like I said, she lived 30 miles or so away, but she also was someone who preserved the car. I mean, she street raced, so some of those miles may not be actual because it had a 456 gear in it at one time. The speedometer gear may not have been right, so my odometer may have been going differently.
Sure.
But
So on these Trans Am cars, they were offered with 2 rear end gears. What was this car born with?
355,
The 355, and the other gear was a 391.
right, was the option.
Right. So
Yeah.
this was more of the highway gear on this car.
Yep.
Yep. So otherwise, it was driven to shows, drag raced a little bit,
Yeah.
and then at some point the car just kind of fell off the radar and got put away. Or
Well, she had kept it in her garage. She would get it out once, maybe twice a year for a local show or a local parade. And as she was, as we all get older, she was worried about what was going to happen to the car. How am I going to take care of the car? And
Right.
she just wanted to make sure it went somewhere that it would be loved.
right. So as time went on, you just became friends.
Well, actually, her and I became closer when one of our mutual friends, who was her mechanic, he worked on the car for her for years and years. He got to the point where he's not working on anything for anyone anymore. And he had told her, if you need help, you get a hold of DJ. He'll take care of you. He'll make sure no one takes advantage of you and things get done right.
Right.
And so I was expecting a call from her at some point, but the call I got from her surprised me because it wasn't help me with my car, it was help me sell my car.
Right.
So
So at that point, you guys came together on something, and now you own the car.
right.
Can you tell us maybe a couple interesting facts about the car? Tell us what the car is, first of all. So we all obviously know it's a 70 Challenger TA automatic, but tell us a little bit about the car.
Yeah, so the car's options are pretty neat as far as a Trans Am car goes. It has TA fast ratio power steering, which on a TA, the option, you could get a manual steering, you could get TA or power steering or TA power steering.
Right.
So this car has the best option of the three. It is on console automatic, rally dash, AM FM radio with 3 speakers up front and 2 in the rear and a fader. B5 blue houndstooth interior, which is really odd. The houndstooth is not a very common option.
Right, so that's the cloth insert.
Yes,
Yeah.
and then dual racing mirrors painted.
Right.
That's something you don't see very often on Trans Am cars either. A lot of times your driver's side mirror only.
Right. So dual sport painted mirrors.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's the best. I mean, that's what people add to their car all the time.
Yeah.
You got to have both mirrors, and they got to either be both chrome or both painted. So very cool.
And then rally gauges are big in a Trans Am car. So many
Right.
of them are standard gauges.
They are.
But the really great thing about this car, with her having it, even though she street raced it, she hung on to everything. So she had direct connection valve covers on the car, but she had the original painted valve covers, never touched, wrapped in a bag.
Yep.
The original 355 gear that was out was in a 5-gallon bucket with the speedometer gear.
Oh wow! So they just took the whole center chunk out and
Yeah.
just threw it in a bucket.
Yep.
Yep.
Because she street raced it, it was cammed up and then had a big vacuum pump under the fender to feed the brakes, or it wouldn't have had any brakes.
Right. So all Trans Am cars are born with power disc brakes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But it had some with that vacuum pump. So your straight out valve out of the brake booster was in the trunk of the car in a Ziploc bag,
Wow.
because she had a plumbing from the vacuum pump going to the booster.
Right. Right.
So that goofy little valve that we all have to look for when we're missing it on a
Right,
restoration was there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even the springs out of the outboard carburetors in a Ziploc bag, because she changed them to come in faster for
Okay.
street racing.
Right.
Everything. It was just kind of amazing.
The forethought into saving parts is amazing, because most people is just, water pump goes bad, they just pitch it.
Yeah.
And to save all that.
Well, and
cool.
she ran mag wheels because she's a racer. So the first
Right.
set of mag wheels that she ran on the car were motor wheels, exciters, like the
Okay.
71 pace car convertibles had.
Oh wow.
And they were a cast, so they kind of fell apart. And she said when those kind of fell apart, she went to a Champ 500 center line. But she still had the wheels, center caps, and the original trim rings. Those trim rings have probably never seen water. The stickers on the back side look like the day they were born.
Yep. So polished trim rings.
Polished trim rings ending in 43, which is the digit on the build sheet.
Right. Right.
So-
and so the rally wheel was a 390. Is
390.
that the part number of the 390 wheel?
Yeah,
Yep. So all of that's still original.
yeah.
Yep. So very cool. So very well optioned car. Was it born with the flip top gas cap also then?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
So, nice.
I believe all the TAs were a flip top cap.
Okay.
I've not seen any other TAs that didn't have a flip top cap in my
I see.
experience.
I see. I wish I had one. I have a 71 Challenger RT, and I wish it came with the flip top, but I'm just going to keep the
The
plain
painted?
one on.
Is
Yeah,
it painted or chrome?
It's painted.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have a project car in my shop that's a FC7 U-Code 70 RT that had a chrome but not flip top.
Yeah, I've seen that, but it's super rare.
And
on that.
that's a yellow Bumblebee stripe car and a purple car.
Yeah. Wow. So what's another unique story about the car that you can remember that you can kind of tell us about?
Well, so I knew that she had a racing history, and a lot of our local friends said she was kind of a street racing legend in the area.
Okay.
That she cleaned a lot of clocks because of that
Right.
low gear and just knowing how to drive. But she had some transmission issues. So when I got the car, it didn't have the numbers matching transmission in it. It had a 68 A-body 340 transmission in it with a shift kit and a deep pan. But the reason that transmission was in there was she had transmission troubles from new and had back and forth to Chrysler multiple times. And the story I got was one of the technicians drove the car and damaged the fender by hitting the lift.
Yeah.
So the right front fender is a service replacement fender, having a rolled lip. It has the notch for like a 71, but it has a 70 die lot stamp and no antenna hole.
Right.
But when you look at it from underneath, you can tell, you can see the numbers on the outside, and you can see there is no sound deadener blown in
Right.
anywhere.
No undercoating on it.
Yeah.
So it was definitely an over-the-counter fender.
Right.
Right. Now the paint matches incredibly well.
Yes.
Can you tell in different lighting if there's a difference in the paint, or how did they get the paint so well? I mean,
Honestly, she had the car repainted one time in the 80s.
oh,
The whole car's been
I
repainted
see.
once
Okay.
on the outside, and it was.
Right.
She said it was a $100 paint job.
$100 paint job.
I think she said 82 or 83.
Right.
Yeah, there have been multiple people here this weekend looking at the paint and just going crazy over it because they're like, that could pass as original paint.
Right. Have you ever put a mill gauge on it?
I have not.
Oh, I should have brought the mill gauge. We could
Yeah,
see how thick it is.
bring it over if you get a
Okay.
chance.
All right.
Yeah,
All right.
but it was crazy that she even had the numbers matching transmission wrapped in plastic and totally rebuilt when I picked the car up.
Oh, wow.
So I pulled that 68 transmission out and put that original numbers transmission back in.
Right. Yeah,
That's-
so it's just incredible.
Yeah.
So I've seen this car at Carlisle, and you've had it around, and just a great car. Any other stories or any other nuances you can tell us about the car?
Basically, just like I say, the racing history, the local lore of Racing Rita.
Racing Rita.
Racing Rita.
Nice.
The other crazy part of the story of this car, and I brought a few things with me to show, So she got to know a lot of people through the racing, and some men weren't very receptive to it. Why does a woman have a car like that? Do you know how to drive a car like that? And didn't treat her very nicely. But other men, hey, that's cool. You know, this is neat. She befriended a guy with an orange TA, 4-speed, long time ago, and they became friends after they had raced. Well, he had told her he was going to lose his car in a divorce and asked her if she would be willing to help him. So she offered to buy the TA from him. She provided the money, he gave her the titles, and skipped state. Never to be seen again, her or the car. And she took him to court. They cited in her favor. The court documents show that she was won the court case. In the trunk right now is that legal documentation and both titles to that orange TA that Barry Washington says is a race car now in Arizona somewhere.
Yep.
And legally, that's her car.
Yep. So is Rita still with us? Or?
Yes,
Yep.
yes.
Yep. So,
yeah, Rita and I are in contact constantly.
Right.
She's every now and then she'll see the pictures of the car somewhere, and her comment is usually that it takes her breath away.
Right.
She loves this car with all of her heart.
Oh, absolutely. The care that she took to keep it the way it is. I mean, that's something else.
She deserves a lot of credit for the love and attention she's given that car.
Yep. So, any plans for the car, or just kind of maintain and preserve it?
Maintain and preserve. After this show, one of my goals is to go through the carburetors. They're old gaskets. Just want to make sure they don't leak. It's not worth burning the car down.
Right.
And then the TA steering box drives and handles fantastically, but leaks a little bit.
Oh,
so I want to put a seal in the bottom of the TA box to eliminate the leak.
Right.
Because my whole goal is to protect it as much as possible and preserve.
Right. So we know that gasoline will wipe the paint off the engine.
Right.
And oil just gets everywhere. And stuff
yeah,
because
as of right now, intake manifold paint is original, valve cover paint is original.
So yeah, along with doing some carburetor gaskets, replacing the output seal on the power steering box.
Yeah.
The car's in great shape. It really doesn't need a lot.
No. I do have the column lockout set up to put on it, and that's about it.
Those are always removed.
Yeah.
Always removed.
But it was all there.
It was still there. Once again, she saved all the column
She
lockout
saved it
stuff.
all, and that's one of my goals is to get that put on. Just a little freshening up.
Even though that thing is super clunky, you gotta have the key on and
But that's the first thing anyone took off on these cars, whether they were automatic or 4-speed. If it needed transmission work, the column lockout became an issue.
Yeah. So basically, one of the first anti-theft devices.
Right.
I mean, besides like the key in the column and stuff like that, but yeah, the lockout. I hate those things, and you know they do sell reproductions for the most part, but not for every car.
Right, I think they do for a 4-speed. I don't know if they offer the column lockout setup for an automatic yet.
Yeah, so interesting.
So very tough piece to find, being 70 only.
Right. So you got that to install.
Yeah.
And do some gaskets. Has the gas tank ever been out of the car?
I want to say she's probably had it replaced at one point.
Okay, so it looks pretty fresh compared to what an
Yeah,
original.
yeah.
That's the one thing that you can almost never preserve is that gas tank.
Right.
It just
takes a lot of abuse.
Yeah, it takes a lot. I mean, the gasoline just eats through it.
Well, and as our gas changes through the years.
Right.
It's sad when you take a tank out and you look in it and it's like, oh, how did that thing run with all that sediment?
Right.
Over the years.
Our O-rings are shrinking up in the metering valves and the needle and seat and everything.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I definitely recommend anyone with these cars, multi-carburetor cars, to pay attention to their carburetors, because that was a big problem with why a lot of them didn't exist today, was dirt in the needle and seat causing it to get more fuel than it needs, and then all of a sudden you have a backfire and a hood fire, engine fire.
Yeah, we've seen many Trans Am hoods melted.
Yeah.
And A12 hoods melted.
Yeah.
So.
Even as a young child going to junkyards with my dad, I remember seeing AARs in the salvage yard. That was what it was, is an engine fire, and they totaled the car for it.
Absolutely. Yep. So.
Those days are long gone now. But
Yep. So just preservation and no plans to sell the car.
Oh no.
You're just stuck with this car for a long time.
This car's going to be with me as long as I can keep it.
Yep. So, all right. Well, I appreciate you sitting down and having a little conversation about the car and getting it down on tape. And so I appreciate everyone watching. Please like and subscribe. And thanks for talking.
Cool.
All right. Awesome.